Today we continue to listen Anattalakkhana Sutta. First, we have to recite Anattalakkhana Sutta Pali, Vedana Khanda and Sanya Khanda, a question and answer between Buddha and the five bhikkhus. Page 121, 7 and 8. Can you follow me? Vedana Nejava Anejavadi Anejabande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vada Sukham Vadi Dukkam Bande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vibrinama Dhammam Kalanuta Samnupasito Etamama Esoamasami Esome Adadi Lohitam Bande Sinya Nejawa Nejawadi Anejabande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vada Sukham Vadi Dukkam Bande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vibrinama Dhammam Kalanuta Samnupasito Etamama Esoamasami Esome Adadi Lohitam Bande. We recite together. Vedana Nejava Nejavadi Anejabande Yambana Nejan Dukkam Vada Sukham Vadi Dukkam Bande Yambana Nejan Dukkam Vibrinama Dhammam Kalanuta Samnupasito Etamama Esoamasami Esome Adadi Lohitam Bande Sinya Nejawa Nejawadi Anejabande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vada Sukham Vadi Dukkam Bande Yambana Nejam Dukkam Vibrinama Dhammam Kalanuta Samnupasito Etamama Esoamasami Esome Adadi Lohitam Bande. So in the Anattalakkhana Sutta, Buddha asked the five monks regarding Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, and Sankara. Regarding Rupa, we not finished yet. Regarding Rupa, Buddha asked the five bhikkhus, Yampana Nechan Dukkam Vibrinama Dhammam Kalanutan Samanupasito Etamama Esoamasami Esome Atta. So Buddha asked this question to the five monks. That Rupa, which is impermanent, suffering, unsatisfactory and subject to change, is it proper to regard this body as this body is mine, this I am, this is myself? So the question to the 5 monks, the 5 bhikkhus answered, no hitam bande. Bande, it is not proper to regard this body as this body is mine, this I am, this is myself. It is not proper, it is not fitting, Bande. So of these above, 3 forms of grasping. Itamama, this body is mine. It is clinging with tanha, craving. Esohamasami, this I am, is craving with mana, conceit. Esome atta, this is myself, is clinging with wrong view, deity. When he has taken delight in an object with craving, even if the object does not belong to him, it is grasped with craving as if it is his own. As soon as he opens his eyes, a lot of desirable objects are there. Going to the market and seeing delightful objects, and he takes delight in them as if he already owned them. Jackets, trousers, he fancy and he would put them on. And the shoes also, he wear them as if they were his own already. So he grabs at everything, animate or inanimate, as if his own. If he fancied them, so Buddha asked whether it was wise to grasp and take delight as this is mine, itamama, in things that are impermanent, suffering and subject to change. That means whether it is proper to delight in terrible suffering. If we don't know, yes, we take delight in them. But the rupas in us are constantly originating and dissolving. If we see this phenomena of arising and dissolution as it really is, he would be frightened, just like having to live in the dilapidated building. Even though feeling well and all right at the present moment, change for the worse may take place anytime, depending on condition and circumstances. You see that person today, but tomorrow not sure. You see that person this evening, but tonight is not sure. Changing very fast. A change for the worse may take place depending on condition and circumstances. Once you realize that it is not enduring even for a moment, always changing, and so terrible suffering. how could you take delight in it? So meditators are very serious. They try to observe this rupa constantly. During sleeping hours, you don't observe, you cannot observe, but other times you are observing this rupa constantly. You see unceasing process of origination and dissolution of these aggregates. And you find only terrible suffering in this body. Finding them in this way, yogi has no desire to grasp this rupa as this body is mine. You have no desire to grasp this body. So the five bhikkhus answered that it is not proper to regard this rupa as itamama, this is mine. It is not proper. So this is an account of the questions and answer on how, having seen the characteristics of dukkha, it is not proper to take delight in it as happiness, something that is good. And another clinging is clinging with conceit. Is soham masami. This I am. Considers this body as this I am is to cling to it with conceit. When he has a good eyes, ears, etc., and he can see well, he hear very clear, etc., and he begin to take pride in them. I am a good eye sensitivity, my eyes very sharp, my ears are very clear, I look beautiful, I have a pleasant voice, I'm strong, I'm healthy. It is proper to cling to rupa in this manner with conceit. Why conceit develop? Conceit is developed with regard to our possession. When there is misconception that they are enduring, they are permanent. When there is this misconception, conceit is developed. The material qualities of eye sensitivity, ears, visible forms are wrongly held to be permanent, and consequently, pride, conceit is built around them. Take for instance the case of a person, the rich man. He has a cache of wealth, gold, silver, etc., hidden in a certain place. That owner is full of pride over his wealth, over his properties. I have a lot of properties, so he is so proud. But unfortunately, one day, robbers are planning to take his properties, and they took all his property very secretly. Later, he found out that his property has been stolen and he no longer owns any rich property, the bubbles of his conceit gets past. He have no pride in him. He have nothing. So in the same way, clinging to our material qualities as eyes, etc., which become manifest at the moment of seeing, hearing, etc., and thinking, they are still in existence. Conceit is developed over them. So for the yogis is very wise. Yogi always watching these phenomena. He or she is always taking note of this phenomena. He watched these phenomena closely and he realized that they all vanish after they have arisen. Hearing the sounds, capture the hearing consciousness, sound wave disappear. Of course, eardrums also disappear. Another hearing also disappear again. So regarding this, there is a famous story in the Jataka story, Seriwa Jataka. The traders, honest traders and dishonest trader. We have no time to talk this story. So present objects are very precious. They are like a golden bowl. When the present objects come to you, you need to take very immediately. Because as soon as it arises, it disappears very fast. It may appear only once again and all gone immediately. A yogi gradually understand that they all vanish after they have arisen. The yogi have no pride regarding this body. I have good eyes, I am beautiful, I am healthy. No pride at all because he see these phenomena are vanishing. So when the 5 bhikkhus were asked, is it proper to regard this body as this I am? They replied, no hitam bande. Bande, it is not proper to regard this rupa as this I am. So the Blessed One let it be known by means of this question and answer that there is conceit when things are conceived as permanent. There is no conceit when they are known to be impermanent. So there is conceit when Namarupa are conceived as permanent. There is no conceit when they are known to be impermanent. People are so proud because they don't know that these phenomena are impermanent, then conceit developed. Another clinging is clinging with wrong views. Eso me atta, this is myself. Holding on to this belief, this is myself, is clinging with ditthi, wrong view. This wrong view is held fast when there is belief that the body is once person everlasting and controllable. So not to have wrong view, yogi have to practice and gradually meditator understand. And knowledge arises. It is unstable, rising and vanishing all the time, and suffering because it is enduring and subject to change. When yogi knowledge arises, there is no more ground to cling to this rupa as self, a living entity. When you know that this body cannot be controlled, let everything be pleasant, good, let nothing be unpleasant or bad happen. Let all healthy material body remain permanent. There is nothing for meditators to cling to as self. So regarding this, Buddha question, is it proper to regard this rupa as this is myself? The 5 monks replied, no he tambande, it is not proper to regard this rupa as this is myself. So with this question, the Buddha made it clear that when it is not known that it is changing changing every instance, rupa is to be clung to as self. When it is known thus, there is no more clinging. According to this question, changeableness at every instance should also be taken as characteristic mark of anatta, changeableness at every moment. Also to know our meditation progress, we have to ask these questions like Buddha, Rupa Nityam Anityam Vadi. This question you need to answer sincerely. Is your body permanent or impermanent? You are watching your body continuously, you have to understand, you have to know correctly. Very true. This body is impermanent. And another question Buddha asks, Yampana Nechan Dukkhan Vatan Sukhan Vati. That body which is impermanent, it is dukkha or sukha, pleasant or unpleasant. You need to answer sincerely. Dukkham Bhante is impermanence, bad or good. Impermanence is bad. And then Buddha question you need to answer. Yampana nejan dukkha viprinama dhammam kalanutan samnupasito itamama esamasmi esame atta. Is it proper to regard that which is impermanent, suffering, subject to change as this body is mine, and take delight in it? No, no hitambandi. It is not proper to regard that which is impermanent, suffering, subject to change as this is mine. It is not proper, the Blessed One. Another question, it is proper to regard that which is impermanent, suffering, subject to change, to get conceited, because believing it, this I am, and you have to answer, no hitambandi, it is not proper. And to cling to it, this is myself, no hitambandi, it is not proper to cling to this body as this is myself. So after question and answer regarding Rupa, Buddha asked the question regarding Vedana. Vedana Nicawa Anicawati is feeling permanent or impermanent. The group of 5 monks replied, Anicambandi, feeling is not permanent, the Blessed One. Feeling is of 3 kinds, feeling of pleasantness or happiness, feeling of unpleasantness or unhappiness, and feeling of neither pleasantness nor unpleasantness. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, and Upekha Vedana or Nivasukha Nasukha Vedana. Ordinary common worldling regard all these 3 types of feeling as being self, living substance, enduring, permanent. They consider these 3 types of feeling as enduring, permanent. This form of clinging is called Nivasi Atta clinging. Nivasi Atta clinging is belief in a permanent entity or self in one's person. Ordinary people believe that there exists a living entity, self, in our body from the time of conception to the time of death. Some people believe that it continued on enduring even after death. It is Nivasi Atta clinging. The same permanent entity in our body is the one that feels the sensation, pleasant or unpleasant. The self, this atta feels pleasant in mind and body, and the same self, the same atta feels unpleasant and uncomfortable on certain occasion. So they believe the feeling lasts forever. The feeling are enduring. They believe because they not be aware of that feeling. So when you observe feeling, the feeling pleasant, when you feel pleasant, there is no unpleasant feeling, there is no neutral feeling. And when there is unpleasant feeling, you really capture the unpleasant feeling. You are noting unpleasant. At that moment, there is no pleasant feeling, there is no neutral feeling. Sometimes very neutral. When you are feeling the neutral feeling, there is no pleasant nor unpleasant feeling. There is no feeling which is everlasting, because every feeling arises and you capture very precisely. Whether pleasant feeling or unpleasant feeling or neutral feeling, it arises depending on condition to last for only a moment and then disappear. If the person not mindful and he is unable to follow the feeling as they arise, and he have the impression that all the three feelings are simultaneously coexistent. So while he is feeling a painful sensation in his body, headache, aching. At that moment, luckily, he has some good news. He has some glad news, and he feels happy over it. Or sometimes he may be enjoying a pleasant sensation in his body. Pleasure. When he happens to think about an unhappy event and he feels unhappy. So on this occasion, he believed that both pleasant and unpleasant feelings are being felt at the same time, simultaneously. He believed in this way because he has very weak ability to distinguish between two minds. He has weak ability to distinguish between two feelings. The preceding feeling as distinct from the following feeling. In reality, the feeling arises only one at a time, one after another. Headache is unpleasant feeling, and good news hearing, and pleasant feeling, one after another. So when meditator is constantly noting the phenomena of rising and falling, he noticed the appearance of painful feeling inside his body. And he focused on this pain and noticed continuously as pain. Just simply no pain. Do not manipulate anything. And if his concentration is getting strengthened, the unbearable pain keeps decreasing in intensity. even as if he is taking note of it. Finally, it will disappear. For some, this pain will vanish totally in a short time, as if removed by hand, because the concentration and mindfulness are very sharp. When there is no pain or unpleasant feeling to take note of, the meditator go back to noting the usual ordinary phenomena of rise and fall, and that is contemplating the neutral feeling. While engaged in this way in contemplating the neutral feeling, if pleasant feeling arises, attention should be switched on to it. In the same way, attention should be given to the unpleasant feeling. If it happens to arise also, taking note of the pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling in this manner as they arise, his personal knowledge ensures that these feelings are not everlasting. It is knowing discriminately each kind of feeling as it occurs in the continuity of the present. So meditator who have advanced up to the stage of knowledge of rise and fall and knowledge of dissolution, while taking note of the pleasant feeling, they find such pleasant feeling vanishing and coming to an end section by section, bit by bit. The ordinary phenomena of rising and falling is also found to be passing away section by section, bit by bit, part by part. When pleasant feeling and neutral feeling appear in turn, they are separated and not as one continuous phenomena or process. In the same way, with unpleasant feeling appearing along with neutral feeling, they are noted as two distinct feelings. Yogis observing in this manner, they perceive each feeling or sensation to arise and disappear instantly. So they realize that feeling is not everlasting. It is knowing the phenomena section by section in terms of the moment present. So meditators who are watching the phenomena of rise and fall and feeling pain are doing so in order to see each phenomenon bit by bit, part by part in its momentary apparent kanapichupana. So meditator who is watching the phenomena as they arise at the six senses while noting, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking, they perceive well how the pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling with respect to seeing, etc., vanish, disappear immediately after they have arisen. So all the feeling with respect to hearing, thinking, etc., the same they see vanish and disappear immediately after they have arisen. So meditator realize with your personal knowledge that all the feelings are of the nature of a nature. So the group of 5 bhikkhus have reached the stage of Sotapanna through contemplating in this manner. So they gave an answer to the questions of the Buddha. Vedana Nijava Anijavati, Buddha asked, is feeling permanent or impermanent? They reply with their own personal knowledge, no hitam bandi. Plus the one, it is not proper with enough feeling is not permanent, the replied. And all the questions also meditators have to answer because you are observing 3 kinds of feeling, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. Is the unbearable pain in your body permanent or impermanent? Because you feel a lot of pain, unbearable pain, you observe, patiently observe. Yes, sure, it is impermanent. Is it not permanent because the pain was not here before? It arose just at that moment. It did not. Yes. While noting that pain as pain, it vanished away. It vanished or not vanished. It vanished. So for the meditators, your concentration is getting quite strong. Each sensation of pain disappears with each noting as pain. As one sensation disappears, a fresh one arises, only to vanish away instantly. Is it not perceived thus? Yes, it is perceived in this manner. So meditators, they feel sukha because seriously practice and they gain the taste of the Dhamma because concentration and mindfulness developed. And when noting with very good concentration, some good feeling may be observed appearing in your body. When these feelings are noted as pleasant, good, they disappear quickly. So disappearing in this way, are these good feelings permanent or impermanent? You realize they are impermanent. Or in daily life or in the practice of intensive retreat, sometimes worry about the future. Unhappiness, it is life. Sometimes unhappiness, worries make their appearance. Daily life a lot. Even in the intensive meditation, also worry. Worry make their appearance. When these are noted as worry, unhappy, they disappear. So are they permanent or impermanent? Buddha asks. You have to answer anicca bhante, impermanent bhante. Sometimes happiness will arise when noted as happy, happy, or glad, glad. In the practice of meditation is really good. Happiness, very, very peaceful. They arise, but you note it, and it disappears. Is it permanent or impermanent? Very sure. Happiness also impermanent. In daily life, you enjoy a lot, scenery, sunrise, sunset, and going to the beach, pleasant feeling. When seeing a pleasant sight, there arises an agreeable feeling. You remember, have to note it. Pleasant feeling, agreeable feeling. They disappear when noted. So when the question comes, is it permanent or impermanent? You simply say, pleasant feeling is impermanent. So in the same manner, unpleasant sight causes a disagreeable feeling. Disagreeable feeling also disappear when noted. Pleasant or unpleasant feeling which arises from hearing, smelling, or tasting. Sometimes hearing you don't like and you get unpleasant feeling. You note it and it disappears. So one question comes, this feeling permanent or impermanent? Impermanent. This feeling. When noting rising, falling, ordinary objects of contemplation, rise and fall of the abdomen, the feeling observed is a neutral feeling. Also note, neutral. It also disappears with every noting. Is that neutral feeling permanent or impermanent? Question comes. You answer simply, neutral is impermanent. So all these feeling, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neutral feeling, the permanent or impermanent, very sure all feelings are impermanent. When these three feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, are perceived to be impermanent, it is realized also that they are suffering, they are not self, just a phenomena. Perceiving them to be suffering and not self, Buddha continued to question. Yampana nechan dukkham was tansukham vati dukkham bande. That which is impermanent is the suffering or happiness. Dukkham bande. That feeling which is impermanent is suffering. So people have liking for pleasant sensation. People have liking for so-called happiness, thinking pleasant feeling are enduring, everlasting. But seeing them dissolving fast every moment, not lasting even for a tenth of a second, they lose their desire for them. just for the sake of enjoying the so-called happiness. They have to go in pursuit of it. They have to chase this pleasant feeling, not for 1 hour, not for 1 day, not for 1 year, but the whole life. They have to go in pursuit of this pleasant feeling. While pursuit of this happiness, so-called happiness, fatal happiness, people meet their death. There is nothing they can rely upon. Even if the happiness he is seeking for is not obtained, he has to find means of avoiding unhappiness, unpleasantness, that is, of maintaining himself in neutral condition, even as he seeks a neutral feeling, painful sensation, physical pain, and mental grief may arise, causing suffering. And these unpleasant feeling can appear because the happy feeling and neutral feeling are not permanent. So if we accept pleasant feeling, we have to accept also unpleasant feeling. Because pleasant feeling change to unpleasant. Unpleasant feeling appear because happy feeling and neutral feeling are not permanent. So the impermanent happy feeling and neutral feeling are also not dependable. To go after them is suffering. When they disappear, it is suffering also, because unhappy feeling comes in to take their place. Especially so after the disappearance of happy feeling, when he may be plunged into the depth of unhappiness. Take for instance, parents have been delighted and happiness by the presence of their family. And when suddenly deprived of them, there come unhappiness. Or united happy family, suddenly belief of dear ones of the family through separation, then unpleasant sensation. Or someone who has been happy with his wealth and affluence, when deprived of them, there comes unhappiness. So they will all become subjected to intense unhappiness, which may cost some of them their lives. So feeling is terrifying because of its nature of impermanence. So coming to the next paragraph of the Pali text, Buddha asked, that feeling which is impermanent, suffering and subject to change, is it proper to regard that feeling as this is mine, this feeling is mine, this I am, this is myself? So the five bhikkhus answer, no hi tambande, it is not proper to regard that feeling as this is mine, this I am, this is myself. It is not proper, the Blessed One. So we'll continue next time. We have to stop our discourse for today. By practicing Vipassana meditation, by observing every sensation, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling, by noting, rising, falling, sitting, touching, seeing, hearing, smelling, continuously and meticulously, may all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future.